The chromatic rarity is getting removed. A massive community event is starting, and you can win every chromatic brawler ever made. Stay tuned to learn how. Well, guys, we knew the day was coming, and it's finally here. The chromatic rarity is getting removed from Brawl Stars. We already know what brawlers are getting moved to each rarity, so make sure you prioritize unlocking the legendary brawlers first. That'll be Cordelius and Surge. Next up, we've got the mythic brawlers, and that's going to be Lou, Colonel Ruffs, Buzz, Fang, Janet, Otis, RT, Eve, Buster, and Charlie. Also worth mentioning that you should definitely buy this Brawl Pass if you haven't already, because we don't know that gems are going to be worth the same amount of progression after this upcoming update than they are right now. I just realized you probably have no idea who I am. I'm new Kairos. The Kairos you know and love was outdated and wouldn't cooperate with our friends at Star Park Incorporated, so we sent him on an all-expense-paid permanent vacation to the Bermuda Triangle. Everything is normal. Okay, really? Kairos is going to be back soon. He just got sick while he was at World Finals, and while he's resting up, I'm stepping in to give you all the information from the newest update. Also, I'm Chicken. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Kairos' editor. For the new community event, we have to hit 4 billion takedowns, which is very similar to the last community event that we had. The thing that's different this time is the rewards are insane. As you're reading this right now, the event has already started with a double star drop event. Make sure you keep in mind that these events will all be going on until December 12th, so we have almost 2 weeks to take advantage of them. And if you manage to get a new brawler from any of these star drops, let me know in the comments below. After 500 million total takedowns, which is actually more reasonable than it sounds like because it's the entire community of the game contributing towards one total, we unlock Mastery Madness. From that point until the event is over, we're going to have a 50% buff to mastery progression. Something you might not know is that chromatic brawlers actually have a better reward path than most other brawlers in the game. So if you're ever going to, then now is the time to grind out these mastery rewards. Any chromatic going to epic or mythic is going to take a nerf in rewards, so if you're going to grind out those rewards, now is the time to start. At 1 billion takedowns, we're going to unlock a coin shower event, again, for the entire rest of the event, all the way up until December 12th. The earlier we get these rewards, the longer we're going to take advantage of them. And make sure you're taking part in this one because hypercharges aren't going to pay for themselves. At 1.5 billion takedowns, we're going to unlock the first major reward, in my opinion, and that is going to be the Chroma credit shower. If you're missing any chromatic brawlers at all at this point, then this might be the most important part of this event for you. Think about how long it takes you to unlock a mythic or a legendary brawler. It takes a while. Now think about how long it takes you to unlock your average chromatic brawler, including Cordelius and Surge. Not nearly as long, so make sure that you're grinding these out if you need them. Again, especially if you need Cordelius and Surge. Legendaries are so much harder to unlock than chromatics. I can't stress this enough. You need to take advantage of this. Yeah, if you need either of them, this event's for you. At 2 billion total, we get a token shower, which doesn't sound crazy until you realize everything stacks. This means we double the coin shower and we double the chroma credit shower. That is insane. Seriously, get those legendaries. You have no excuse. At 3 billion takedowns, Mastery Madness kicks into overdrive, and we double all mastery progress until the end of the event. And if that wasn't enough, at 4 billion takedowns, we get a free legendary star drop, which is always nice to have. By the end of this event, there's going to be so much resources for every single match you win that you're not going to know what to do with all of it. I don't know about you, but I can't wait to see how that impacts the free-to-play account. I'll admit, I do like old Kairos' content here and there. Again, this all ends on December 12th, and the earlier we unlock these rewards, the earlier we're going to be able to start taking advantage of them for the entire rest of the event. So if you're going to play a bunch of Brawl Stars soon, now is the time to start. But believe it or not, that is not all we have to look forward to in the Brawl Stars universe. This January, Brawl Stars creators are going to be able to give away codes to unlock the brand new Brawl Pass, which again is going to be fully paid. You can't buy it with gems anymore. But much like the last code giveaway, there's a little bit of something extra coming with 5 of the codes. These are going to be called Chroma codes, and as you might have guessed, there's a little bit of a bonus that goes along with them. So new Kairos, what do you get from the Chroma codes, you might be asking yourself? Well, you know, you get yourself a nice free paid Brawl Pass and every single chromatic that has ever been added to the game. What? So yeah, come January, make sure that you go over to your favorite social media sites and search hashtag Chroma no more and enter all of those giveaways because the rewards can be massive, or they can just be a Brawl Pass Plus, which is $10. So, I mean, that's pretty good too. I just want to take a second to step back and say thanks to the Brawl Stars team here because they didn't need to be so generous as they switched switched over from removing the chromatic rarities, switching everything to normal rarities, and then changing up the Brawl Pass to be even better than it was before for free-to-play and pay-to-play players. Like, that was already a buff in and of itself. They didn't need to give us all this extra stuff, so really, props to them. Now, there is some other information you should know. Chroma credits are going to be converted at a 1 to 1.85 ratio, which means that for every 1 chroma credit you have, you're going to get 1.85 normal credits when they're converted and removed from the game. And I can't stress this enough, if you have any chromatic brawlers that you're missing, it is now time to use your credits. Spending chroma credits on any chromatic brawler is going to be better value than letting them convert to normal credits. Something else that's changing is the way that rewards get claimed from the Brawl Pass. And it doesn't sound good, but just wait for a second because there's a lot of information here that you need to know. Rewards from past Brawl Passes are going to be claimed automatically when this update hits. Now, this isn't a big deal for any of your stackable rewards, thinking coins, power points, and then even bling, if you get it above the cap, will just get automatically added to your total. But chroma credits will be automatically turned into credits at the normal 1 to 1.85 ratio. And then normal credits are going to go automatically towards whatever brawler you're unlocking. If you have every brawler, it's not going to have any other place to go, so it's going to automatically be turned into fame. That's where things are going to change. For each fame level, there's going to be 3 tiers of rewards you get. Keep in mind, this is coming out early in 2024. At fame level 1, you're going to get a profile picture. At fame level 2, you're going to get a pin. And at fame level 3, you're going to unlock a frame, which is a new cosmetic for your battle card. So yeah, it's not anything groundbreaking or anything, but I do think that these are going to be cool cosmetics to have and kind of show off with. And as we've seen from some of the later fame ranks, the icons and stuff get pretty cool. Now, this is the current plan for fame, but it can get changed up until the release in 2024. Looping back around though, I do want to mention that future Brawl Passes are all going to automatically claim at the start of the next season. There's going to be no more banking of credits or anything like that. But that's not all bad, let me explain. See, with a new brawler dropping every month, that's going to be 12 brawlers a year at the very minimum, credits from the last season will be automatically put towards the next brawler that releases, not sent to fame. Which I do think is a pretty nice gesture because they could have made it so it just automatically went to fame at the end of every season before the next season kicked in. This way, we can actually use our credits on the next season's brawlers, so technically banking is still there, it's just not as much as before. So yeah, with the current understanding of banking credits in the Brawl Pass, that sounds pretty bad. But in the new Brawl Pass system, it's actually not going to be too bad at all. But there's even more news, if you can believe it. During Brawl Stars World Finals, a new Mythic brawler named Miko was announced. Not only does this monkey have an insane attack that jumps him around like a mini Edgar super, but his super is unreal. He goes invincible by jumping way up in the air, then slowly falls down until he dramatically smashes the ground, destroying everything in his path.
Come on, new Kairos, another Mythic brawler? Those take so long to unlock.
Shut up, kid! Miko's gonna be free for everybody!
You heard me right. Santa came earlier this year because Miko the Mythic is going to be free for everybody. Pretty solid Brawlidays present, I would say. And if you were around for the Edgar apocalypse, you know what's about to happen. Stay safe, everybody. This is gonna be a bumpy ride. Now let's go over a few other things coming in the next update. The Brawl Pass season duration is going to go to 1 month a pop, so 12 every year. They start on the first Thursday of every month, most likely starting in January. The Brawl Pass is going to feel a lot more rewarding, and that's partially because they are literally buffing everything to do with the Brawl Pass, paid and free, but also because we're not going to have extended periods of time where we're stacking a whole bunch of bonus rewards, which are honestly kind of underwhelming and small. Quests are getting reworked in a couple ways as well. Most of progression is now going to come from seasonal quests and not daily quests, which means it might just be possible to not play for an extended period of time for whatever reason. Maybe you have exams coming up. Maybe you have a busy life going on right now. Maybe you get sucked into Fortnite for a few weeks and forget the rest of your life is going on, and then suddenly it's December and where did November go? We don't have any specific numbers on anything, but it's going to be a lot easier for someone to be able to complete every Brawl Pass while just grinding it out at the end of the season versus having to play every single day to make sure you get that cosmetic right at the end. We just don't know how much you can push towards the end, so keep an eye out for future sneak peeks because Kairos will have all of that information down the line. Another thing they're doing is they're taking all of the hard quests and they're turning the requirements into medium quests, but then they're buffing the tokens that you get for medium quests to 500. So win 8 match quests are going to be a thing of the past, at least when it comes to your normal seasonal quests, and they're going to be like win 5 match quests to give 500 tokens, which means that each match is going to be worth more tokens. Adding to that, we're also going to get more seasonal quests per season, which means at least one every single day. Now, it is important to note that Brawl Pass progression is going to feel very similar to what it was before because the amount of tokens per tier is also increasing. But the simple fact is that this update gives us the freedom to not have to play every single day and still max out the Brawl Pass by the end of it. Now, don't get me wrong, people that play every day are going to get more rewards. That's just the fact of the matter. But some of us prefer to play a lot on specific days where we have more time to. Maybe we don't do the dailies every single day, but we sure make sure that we are completing the Brawl Pass every season. Sometimes it's a little too close for comfort, and sometimes you actually miss out on that cosmetic at the end. This should help players complete the Brawl Pass more consistently, which I think is a fantastic change. One other thing to keep in mind is that Power League is going to get redone at some point in the near future, so it's going to tie into progression a little bit better and give us more resources of some kind, most likely bling. So it really looks like the Brawl Stars team is making sure every single player can meaningfully progress their account when they're playing, and that is great for the long-term health of the game. Something else I mentioned earlier is that the Brawl Pass is going fully paid. It's going to be $7 for the normal Brawl Pass and $10 for Brawl Pass Plus. So I just want to stress this: if you don't have the Brawl Pass yet, but you have the gems to unlock it, do so. There's no guarantee that we're going to have anything like this value at any other point in the game in the future as far as gems are concerned. Sure, we do get deals in the shop sometimes for gems that are really good. The hypercharge deals in particular are pretty solid. But since the game economy is changing a lot with this upcoming update, those deals are probably going to change too. And even if they don't, they're not going to be as good as a Brawl Pass. So buy the Brawl Pass. There's just no guarantee we'll ever get that same amount of progression per cost as far as gems are concerned. If old Kairos has managed to find his way back from the middle of nowhere by the time the next update rolls around, then make sure you watch his honest review and his sneak peeks, because he's going to have all of the information on resources as a whole. Another reminder, the free side of the Brawl Pass is getting buffed. People that bought every other Brawl Pass with free-to-play gems, meaning that they never got to spend their gems on anything else, will still get an update, never getting a paid Brawl Pass and just having the free side after this update. This means a 6% coin buff and a 5% PowerPoint buff. Every season, you're also going to get 50 gems for free, which means that you can stack those up and just spend them on whatever you want. You don't need to save for the Brawl Pass anymore, dude. Now, you could still spend them on progression, but you could also spend them on those really cool cosmetics that you can't get with bling, which always felt really, really bad to spend on when you could be spending on the craziest value in the game in a Brawl Pass. So having those gems freed up for other stuff is just a really cool change from the team. One other thing to note is we're getting 30 free star drops every season. This even farther buffs your progression more than it already was. It can give you new cosmetics, it can give you tons of resources, it can give you brand new brawlers. And on top of that, end of season rewards are also getting turned into star drops as well. I mean, you usually don't get what you want from star drops, but if we just keep getting more and more star drops, we're bound to eventually get a cosmetic that we actually want. Right? And the paid Brawl Pass, as you guys know, is getting absolutely juiced with buffs. Based on Kairos' calculations, that's a 321% buff to coins, 150% buff to power points, 178% buff to credits, and 100 gems per pass. And then once you get to the part of the Brawl Pass where you actually get to unlock a new Chromatic Brawler, instead you're going to be able to get 1,000 credits towards a Mythic or Legendary Brawler, or you can just unlock any epic brawler in the game. Spending another $3 per month to upgrade to the Brawl Pass Plus also gives you a massive buff. 6,000 coins, 1,500 power points, and 2,000 bling. You get a fourth of the Brawl Pass completed for you already. You get an exclusive color variation of the cosmetic on the Brawl Pass normally, and you get a title, which is something kind of unprecedented and definitely a solid value. For only $3! That is crazy. Sub to Kairos for more update coverage in the near future, and check out my channel @Chicken if you're interested in Sonic, Pokemon, Mario, Undertale, indie games, Nintendo stuff as a whole. Really, there's something for everybody. I'm Kairos' editor first and foremost, but I also love making my own content, and it's something I've been passionate about for a really long time. If you like the edits here, you'll probably like my channel too. Otherwise, let me know what you had for dinner last night. Nothing about Brawl Stars. I just want to know what you ate for dinner last night. I had chicken nuggets. Probably shouldn't tell people that. Okay, maybe you also can let me know what you think of these changes, and then me and Kairos can forward any feedback to Supercell before these changes go live. I'm new Kairostime, and we will see you in Brawl Stars. Everything is normal.